I tried washing my hair this evening. That didn't work out, so this will just have to do. I'm going to bed. Alright, so I didn't get a chance to read the Bible all day today. I'm trying to learn the Bible. So I'm like, okay, my son is asleep. No, so I'll go ahead and do this. It's the first time doing it while he's asleep. Alright, so I finished yesterday at Exodus 21. No, at Exodus 20. And in that chapter, God gave Moses the Ten Commandments. So now we're at Exodus 21. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the seventh he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, or awl, and he shall serve him forever. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the manservants do. If she please not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power. See, he hath dealt deceitfully with her. And if he hath betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these three things unto her, then shall she go out free without money. He that smiteth a man, so that he die, shall be surely put to death. Let me read that again. He that smiteth a man, so that he die, shall he be surely put to death. So if a man kills a man, he should be killed. That's what the Bible is saying. If a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. If a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And he that curseth his, and he that curseth, tongue twister, and he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. Oh my God. Let me screenshot this part. He that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. If men strive together, and one smite another with a stone or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be surely punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished. So if a man causes a woman to miscarry, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eyes' sake. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth, or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. If an ox gore a man or a woman, that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit. But if the ox were wont to push with his horn in time past, and it hath been testified to his owner, and he hath not kept him, but that he hath killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner also shall be put to death. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him. Whether he have gored a son or have gored a daughter, according to this judgment shall it be done unto him. Hi Lauren, my dear, how are you? Thank you for joining. It's nice seeing you here. You see my hair? I tried to shampoo my hair earlier. I had it in cornrows, pulled it out, tried to shampoo it, Levi didn't give me any time to do it, so there is that. Good evening, Polly P. If the ox shall push a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit, and not cover it, and an ox or an ass fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good, and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if one man's ox hurt another's, shall that he die, then they shall sell the live ox, and divide the money of it, and the dead ox also they shall divide. Or if it be known that the ox hath used to push in time past, and his owner hath not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own. Is it that I'm tired? I'm okay, honey. Love to hear. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to see if I can get my hair back to being healthy and longer. Exodus 22. If a man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be bloodshed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the theft be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be ox or ass or sheep, he shall restore double. If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall put in his beast, and shall feed in another man's field, of the best of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. If fire break out and catch in thorns, so that the stacks of corn, or the standing corn, or the field be consumed therewith, he that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. Here, if somebody steal, he should pay double. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought into the judges, to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbor's goods. For all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox, for ass, for sheep, for raiment, or for any manner of lust, or for any manner of lust thing, which another challengeth to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his neighbor. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass, or an ox or a sheep, or any beast to keep, and it die, or be hurt, or driven away, no man seeing it, then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he had not put his hand unto his neighbour's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for a witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. And if a man borrow out of his neighbour, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. But if the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If it be an hired thing, it came for his hire. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuse to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death. And there are some countries who actually approve of this. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death. That's what the Bible says. He that sacrificeth unto any god, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger, nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry out all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. See, we should be careful who we mess with, you know. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with a sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. See, if you mess around fasted people who are troubled people who are fatherless, and they cry to God, yes, the Bible just said, your wives shall also be widows, and your children be fatherless. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not to him as an ussurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. If thou at all take thy neighbour's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by that the sun goeth down. For that is his covering only, it is his raiment for his skin. Wherein shall he sleep? And it shall come to pass, when he crieth unto me, that I will hear, for I am gracious. That thou not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits, and of thy liquors, the firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me. Likewise shalt thou do with thine oxen, and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with his dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it to me. And ye shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field. Ye shall cast it to the dogs. Exodus 23. I can't believe my son is fast asleep. I cannot believe it. He's behind me, and he's still asleep. And he's a very light sleeper. I'm very grateful. I'm thankful. Let us continue. Exodus 23. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, nor shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If thou meet thine enemy's ox, or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. Thou shalt not rest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. Oh yeah, I'm reading the Bible, so sorry Lauren, I'm reading the Bible, so I can't say what I was about to say. Tell him I said hi. Tell him I said hi. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous. Also, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger, seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. And 6 years thou shalt sow the land, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still, that the poor of thy people may eat, and what they leave the beasts of the land shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and with thy oliveyard. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, that thine ox and thine ass may rest, and the son of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. All right. Should keep a feast for God 3 times per year. No, I wouldn't. I've never cursed a bad word and I've never cursed a bad word in life. As a matter of fact, even in real life, it's because I don't know me like that. Even in reality, I have to be like really angry, and I don't get angry often. But when I do, it's the bully me, man. I charge. You hear me? And I'm reading the Bible. That's how it goes. I'm human. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month, Abib. For in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in the year all thy males shall appear before the Lord God. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning. The first of the firstfruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. Behold, I send an angel before thee, to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the peace which I have prepared. Beware of him. Lorraine, you are a wonderful person, trust me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lorraine. Behold, I send an angel before thee. So are you, by the way, to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For mine angel I shall go before thee, and bring thee unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land, and the number of the days I will fulfill. I will send my fear before thee, and will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come, and I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanite, and the Hittite from before thee. I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. By little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased, and inherit the land. And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea, even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. I'm doing well. Love how you meditate on the word. Best weapon. Seriously. Trust me. Trust me, Lauren. It's good to hear you're doing well. Yeah, but trust me, that's what I'm doing. I know. Sorry, guys, for those who are listening. And well, not really sorry. I kind of chip in at times and speak about other things. I find myself like just being here with my son and just chilling with him. I haven't even been on a phone call in a while. I was even saying that to an extended family member just this week that I haven't spoken to anybody in a while and so on. I just find myself just being with Levi, just going through my days, doing what I have to do. And I find that I'm finding more time to do what I enjoy doing, which is this, creating or coming on live and talking to you guys and making my videos, making my little shorts. And I find that I have more time for me to do what I want to do. Yeah, so there's that. It is my one love joy, my miracle that I thought I could never have. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so let's continue. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare upon thee. Exodus 24. And he said unto Moses, Come up unto the Lord, thou, and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord, and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, All the words which the Lord had said will we do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar unto the hill, and 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of Israel, and he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings, and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood, and put it in the basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant, and read in the audience of the people, and they said, All that the Lord hath said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses took the book, and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold, the blood of the covenant, which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. Then went up Moses, and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and the 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in its clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw God, and did eat and drink. And the Lord said unto Moses, Come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tables of stone, and a law, and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua and Moses went up into the mount of God. And he said unto the elders, Tarry ye here for us, until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto them. And Moses went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount. And the glory of the Lord abode upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of the Lord was like devouring fire on the top of the mountain in the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses went into the midst of the cloud, and got him up into the mount, And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. Alright, moving along. Exodus 25. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring me an offering of every man that giveth it willingly, will his heart ye take. It look like I need to go and sleep, you know. It's 5 minutes to midnight. It's 5 minutes to midnight. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring me an offering of every man that giveth it willingly, will his heart ye shall take my offering. And this is the offering which ye shall take of them, gold and silver and brass, and blue and purple and scarlet, and fine linen and goat's hair, and ram skin dyed red, and badger skin, and shittim wood, oil for the light, spices for anointing oil, and for sweet incense, onyx stones, and stones to be set in the ephod, and in the breastplate, and let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them. According to all that I shew thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle, and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it. And they shall make an ark of shittim wood. 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold. Within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shalt make upon it a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof, and 2 rings shall be in the middle, and 2 rings shall be in the one side of it, and 2 rings in the other side of it. And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. The staves shall be in the rings of the ark, they shall not be taken from it. And thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee. And thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And thou shalt make 2 cherubims of gold. Of beaten work shalt thou make them in the 2 ends of the mercy seat, and make 1 cherub on the one end, and the other cherub on the other end. Even of the mercy seat shall ye make the cherubims on the 2 ends thereof. And the cherubims shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings. And their faces shall look one to another. Toward the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubims be. And thou shalt put the mercy seat above, Lord Jesus, sorry. See with me, people, see with me. It's midnight, it's midnight, it's midnight. It's midnight. And thou shalt put the mercy seat above upon the ark. And in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee. And there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubims which are upon the ark of the testimony, of all things which I will give thee in the commandment unto the children of Israel. Thou shalt also make a table of shittim wood. 2 cubits shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, and make thereto a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt make unto it a border of an handbreadth round about, and thou shalt make a golden crown to the border therefore round about. And thou shalt make for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings in the 4 corners that are on the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border shall the rings be for places of the staves to bear the table. And thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, that the table may be borne with them. And thou shalt make the dishes thereof, and spoons thereof, and covers thereof, and bowls thereof, to cover withal. Of pure gold shalt thou make them, and thou shalt set upon the table shewbread before me always. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold. Of beaten work shall the candlestick be made. His shaft and his branches, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers shall be of the same. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side. 3 bowls made like unto almonds, with a knop and a flower in one branch, and 3 bowls made like almonds in the other branch, with a knop and a flower. So in the 6 branches that came out of the candlestick. And in the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds, with their knops and their flowers. This is so detailed. And there shall be a knop under 2 branches of the same, and a knop under 2 branches of the same. Again, and a knop under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches that proceed out of the candlestick. Their knops and their branches shall be of the same. It shall be one beaten work of pure gold. And thou shalt make the 7 lamps thereof, and they shall light the lamps thereof, that they may give light over against it. And the tongues thereof, and the snuff dishes thereof shall be of pure gold. Of a talent of pure gold shall he make it with all these vessels. And look that thou make them after their pattern, which was shewed thee in the mount. How am I up so late, Lorraine? Because let me go back up. You're welcome, Queen. It's 5 minutes to 7 p.m. for you, Polly P. It's a minute past midnight here in the UK. You think I'm funny, Queen? Thanks. How am I up so late, Lorraine? I am a night owl. So even though it's hard for me to read now because it's so late, and bright light affects my eyes. Yes, so even though it's this late, I probably still won't fall asleep until about 2 a.m. If I'm lucky, 1 a.m. I'm hoping I'll be lucky, because in the morning, Levi and I, we have an important day tomorrow morning, which may more than likely lead us into the afternoon. One of the greatest things about Levi, though, having him out and about, he's just a chill baby. Either he's chilled or he's happy. I remember the last time I took him to the same place, and we were there about 5 hours. He never fussed, he never cried. I played with him, I fed him, changed him how many times. He slept, he woke, played with him how many times. People came, made much of him. He was just happy. We were there 5 hours or more, 5 to 6 hours. That's basically all day. So either he's just chilled or he's happy. If he's fussy, something is wrong. Yeah, so that's why I'm up so late. It's my nature to be up this late, Lorraine, which isn't good. Cause, side note, yeah, that's how I am. Lack of sleep, right? When we sleep, our brain cells replenish. And our bodies throw toxins and stuff like that. And our body rebuilds and our brain cells rebuilds and so on. So, if we go every day sleeping less, what will happen? The brain cells won't replenish, man, and what will happen? We're killing off the brain cells, and then what happens after that? When we're older, we potentially end up with Alzheimer's, dementia, brain loss. Or killing off our brain cells, we aren't resting enough. And everything is just so fast-paced, especially living abroad. Everything is just so quick. Yes, Lauren, it's just 6 o'clock there. Yes, man, I know. You're watching for okay, so you're in New York, quality. Yeah, man, Levi is quiet. Levi is quiet. Yeah, we need sleep. Without it, ugh. Just like now, I notice I'm talking and I'm lagging. My brain is lagging. My eyes, I'm not seeing well. So you must try and go to bed early. I am in bed. Falling asleep though is a problem. I tend to, I'm naturally a night owl. Plus I have hormone issues that also causes the insomnia. That's two things. On top of it, I'm a new mother. So even though my son is at this age now, it's like I don't get to sleep soundly at night still. I don't. And I generally don't fall asleep until between like 3, 4 a.m. these days. In my mind, instinctively, I'm still watching to see that he's okay whilst he sleeps. So it seems as though if it's not close to daylight, it's like I don't feel comfortable falling asleep. It's weird. It's this thing that my mind does. Right, Lauren? Yeah, you know, because you're a mommy, so you know. So that's how it works for me, you know? That's absolutely how it works for me. Alright, let me see if I can read another chapter. Alright, Exodus 26. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work shalt thou make them. The length of one curtain, oh, don't judge me, guys. You'd never know what I have my tea in. You'd never believe it. My NutriBullet. You see this? Tea mark, this, you know, not well water. The hot water. The hot water. Just like just the same thing you would have done to your shower glass. What is this called again? Hard water. Yeah. Cause sometimes I forget and I boil the pipe water and make my tea, which I should use my bottled water for it. So I fill this up to here today, and my tea is in it. Tea pigs. What is it? It is lime and ginger. This is reality, guys. We're not pretending over here. My favorite teacup couldn't hold enough the amount that I wanted, and I couldn't bother go downstairs twice. Gosh, I dislike those stairs. Anyway, looks like I'm not going to be reading this tonight, am I? Maybe I need to just. Alright, let me leave the Bible here. I stop at Exodus 25. Is my son waking? I feel like telling you a dream, right? He's still asleep. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, you know, that's what my mind said to do. I was about 9 or 10 years old, right? And I was living in Bull Bay. I was living in Bull Bay at the time while my mother and father said, tastes like our ginger? No, it doesn't taste like the real ginger. But I can still taste some ginger, like a hint of ginger in it. I can mainly taste the lemon. It's a natural tea too, you know. It's a brand called Tea Pigs. Supposed to be natural, but nothing beats the natural ginger. He's turning. I was about 9 or 10 years old, I think, right? And there was this gentleman living around the back of my great grand aunt's house, my father's aunt, right? So whilst he and my mother was saving to buy a house, we lived there. Now there was this elderly gentleman that lived around the back of the house. Now picture this. He was as dark skinned as my hair. He was as dark skinned as my hair, and his eyes were almost as red as this. So picture a really dark skin with this color eye, especially if you see him at night. And a lot of the times they don't have the light on around the back of the yard. So it was what we would call like a big yard in Jamaica. So at the front, to the left, no, going in, To the right, there was a shop there, which my uncle ran. To the left was a two-bedroom house that we lived in, my mom, my brother, and myself. I think one of my aunts came to live with us at some point. Behind us was a wife, a husband and wife, and their two boys. Now, sometimes I believe the lady would turn the light off because her husband was a serial drunkard. So every Friday when he got his pay, he would stop at the rum bar first, and he must be a dragon. I was so scared of that man, like I was terrified of that man. I've never seen someone looking like that. I've never seen someone looking like that in my entire life. I was scared of him. Right, so the lady that lived behind us, right? Her husband and her two boys. That man, well, look at the story I'm telling in the Bible reading. Boy, God forgive me, but God says my eyes can't see no more right now. Yes, and the man would drink out his pay every single week before he would come home and give the lady money, And he would come home broke every Friday. So when he came home broke, she would beat him. Sometimes, she would beat him because he would come home. I think he's waking. Because he would. Oh, why? Mommy telling story. Come this side. Oh, why? Come. Come to mommy. Come, mommy, baby. Oh, what? Oh, what? Love you. Come. Yes, guys. So she would beat him because he would come home, can't find the bathroom according to him, and he would pee in the lady's closet with her clothes. Imagine. So she would beat him. Anyway, now. So this is the elderly man who had a skin color, my hair, and eyes as red as the thing that I just showed you. He looked scary to me because I've never seen it before. Very scary. And he would also purposely scare me because he knew I was scared of him. Anyway, my great grandaunt, the yard, it was filled with fruit trees. They had different mango trees. You had orange tree. You had the one that we called, what is the sour orange again? Can't remember, but that sour one that they use just to make juice. It's not something that you eat, right? We had that. We had cherry tree. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. We had cherry tree. There was sweet sop, all sorts of trees in the yard, right? A really big yard, very fruitful. So it was mango season, and this man decided that we shouldn't eat the mangoes because he wanted them to sell. This is my great grandaunt's house, Sybil Orange, thank you very much, Lorraine. And he's telling me that I shouldn't pick the mangoes. I said, what? But I want the mangoes to eat also. Man said to me, he said, you see, you little girl, you're going to drop off of that mango tree one of these days. And him say, you're going to drop off the mango tree. When you drop off of it, you are going to break your and unalive. Guys, I'm balling up. I cry because I didn't understand and I thought it would have happened to me. You didn't get a notification. Don't worry, I was only reading the Bible. Well, not only. I was reading the Bible. I just started telling this dream because I don't know, it just came in my head. And it's after midnight now here in the UK. As you know where I'm Rena. And yeah, I can't see well anymore. I'm reading all kind of gibberish. 12:15 a.m. now. Yeah, and this man said to me that I am going to drop off the mango tree, break my and unalive. I cry. Listen, guys, as I sit here, right here, less than 2 weeks after this man said this to me. I should end the live and go and do dreams. I'm going to start a live and talk about dreams. Guys, I'm going to end this live and go on to the next live and talk about dreams. You can come back if you want to, but it's not right for someone to come into this live thinking that they're going to hear just the Bible and then boom, I'm talking about dreams. It's not right. We're too careless. Thank you for your time, guys. I'll see you again soon if you're gonna join me next. If you leave a poly, please.